Hey guys, it's Sankler, and today I'm going to show you how to make some very cool FM basses using Pigments. So before starting, as always, I want to thank Arturia, the sponsor of this video. So let's jump into the DAW and get started with the sound design. So as always, I'm going to go here and go into new preset, and I'm going to be using this engine right here, Wavetable Engine. So we're already a step ahead. I'm going to go here. Let's see how this sounds. You're gonna take it down 2 octaves, so 24 semitones. And I'm gonna see and search for interesting wavetables that might pique my attention for this sound design. So I think maybe this. Yeah, this one sounds like it could work very well. So now I'm gonna route here a LFO set to unipolar to the position so that it controls there the position of the wavetable, sort of what you would do in Serum. In this case, we're doing it in Pigments. So I'm gonna set it to sync so I can have here 1/4. And then I'm gonna adjust a little bit the waveform and the symmetry here. So I want it something like this, because I also want to adjust here. Yeah, something like that sounds good. So now I'm gonna take here the modulator. I'm gonna increase it 1 octave to see how it sounds with the FM. Maybe keep it there. Okay, so now for the second LFO that I'm gonna create here, I'm gonna choose the triangle waveform with a full ramp symmetry, and then I'm gonna set the phase to 180. And what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna create a ramp effect here. Set it to unipolar again. Of course, set it to sync binary. And then I'm gonna choose here octave plus, just to give it a little bit of a greedy tone, something like that. I really like how it sounds. Of course, I also want to add some voices just to make it a bit more wider. And then 50% stereo. Now I want to clean up the patch a little bit by doing some filtering. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna select the high pass 24, and then I'm gonna choose again my LFO number 1. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. And now I'm going to use filter number 2, which they are set in serial. That means filter 1 goes into filter 2. So in filter 2, I'm going to make sure that I'm also in multi-mode, and I'm going to select the notch here. Somewhere around that area. I'll just adjust it in a moment. Yeah, that sounds pretty appropriate. So now I want to add a little bit of a sub. I want it set to direct out, and I'm gonna also add LFO number 1 so it has the same movement. Make sure it's also set to 24 semitones, so that's 2 octaves down, the same with the bass. And now I want to add some effects here for the bass, so I want to start by adding some OTT, which in this case is called OPP. Perhaps some phaser just to give it a bit of a tone. So I'm just gonna take here the LFO amount and set it to 0. I want to set it to 8 poles. Then add another OPP. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Now I want to add a multi-filter here, set with the low pass mode and 12, and I'm gonna add here this other LFO number 1, and I'm gonna increase it all the way to 100% on the halfway point. So what this is doing is that once it reaches 100% cutoff, it's on half the curve. So from half on forward, it does the effect from like the lower half of the LFO. And I'm gonna remove the resonance. I want to add some tonal delay, so I'm gonna take here, set this to time. Again, LFO, a lot of LFOs here. Maybe replace the multiband with this one. If you don't like the tone of it, maybe you can like turn down the voices, maybe to like 2 voices. Or 3 voices. 3 voices sound pretty good. And then play around with like the amount of tonal delay that you're adding. And you can adjust everything here. So for example, if you don't want 100% OPP, you can do that. And then one final touch that I want to do is I want to add some distortion. Just to give it that nice little ending loudness. And then on the aux here, I'm going to set it up to 100% send so that I'm getting a bit of input to the reverb. And then turning down the return so that it's just a little bit of reverb that's getting outside of the plugin. There's a nice little touch of reverb. And we can also add a nice little touch of delay as well. Maybe a ping pong, or just like the stereo set to 1/8, like just one simple reflection. Maybe set this one over here. And there we have it, a really cool little bass done in Pigments. You can adjust here the rate. I'm gonna adjust the FM amount. You could change the wavetables. And there's so many things that you can change in this bass to make it unique and your way. But this is the fundamental of how to make some very cool FM basses using Pigments. Thanks Arturia for sponsoring this video, giving me the tools to create this content. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like and subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. More content coming soon. I got a really nice review that you guys might like on some little hardware that I got over here. So this was Soundkiller, and until next time.